The transformation begins, not with a storm, but with a departure. The sun, a fragile ally in these latitudes, dips below the horizon, not to return for months.
As the twilight fades into an inky abyss, the temperature plummets.
The ocean, once fluid and dynamic, begins to lock up. A sheet of ice, miles wide, expands hourly, sealing the Arctic Ocean in a frozen tomb. For the residents of the high north, the long night has begun.
The twilight fades into an inky abyss. In this crystalline void, biology becomes a battle against physics. The temperature plummets. Sealing the Arctic Ocean in a frozen tomb. For the polar bear, this hostility is opportunity. While others cower, the king of the Arctic rises. He has waited months on land, starving for this very moment. The sea ice is his hunting platform.
With paws the size of dinner plates acting as snowshoes, he ventures out. He is tracking a scent detectable from 20 miles away.
In the eternal darkness, his nose is his eyes. He ventures out onto the shifting drift ice.
With paws the size of dinner plates.
The king of the Arctic rises. Trailing the great predator is a ghost, the Arctic fox.
Weighing barely more than a house cat, this scavenger relies on the scraps left by the bear. But its true superpower is its coat. It possesses the most efficient fur of any animal. To conserve energy, it curls into a perfect sphere.
Tucking its nose under its tail, becoming a living, breathing snowball. Withstanding temperatures that would freeze exposed skin instantly. Trailing the great predator.
It is a living, breathing snowball.
Its superpower is its coat.
Beneath the ice, a different drama unfolds.
The ringed seal navigates a dark, underwater cathedral. They must maintain breathing holes through 6 feet of ice. But at the surface, death waits. The seal must surface silently, taking sips of air, knowing that a single splash could alert the white giant waiting above. Safe from the bitter wind, they face a different terror. Clawing them open daily.
taking sips of air.
The underwater cathedral. On the tundra, ancient beasts stand like monuments to endurance. The muskoxen, relics of the Ice Age, have nowhere to hide.
They form a fortress.
A defensive circle, horns facing outward, calves protected in the center.
Their underwool, cuviot, is 8 times warmer than sheep's wool. They simply stand and let the storm break against them. Horns facing outward. Calves protected in the center. Relics of the Ice Age. Let the storm break against them. Not all adapt by enduring. Some survive by vanishing. The Arctic ground squirrel performs a biological miracle.
It enters a state of suspended animation.
Its body temperature drops below freezing.
Its blood, laden with supercooling proteins, refuses to turn to ice.
It is the only mammal on Earth that can survive being frozen alive.
Burrowed deep beneath the permafrost.
Heart beating only once or twice a minute.
Biological miracle. Frozen alive. Above ground, the hunt continues in silence.
The snowy owl, a phantom in white, listens.
Its hearing is so acute, it can detect a lemming moving under 2 feet of snow. In the absence of light, it strikes with surgical precision.
It glides on fringed feathers that cut the air without a whisper.
A silent death from the sky. The snowy owl, a phantom in white.
It listens.
Precision check.
The tearing of meat. For the caribou, winter is a relentless march for fuel. The lichens they rely on are locked beneath concrete hard snow.
They use their hooves, evolved into scoop-like shovels, to dig craters.
It is an exhausting exchange, burning calories to find calories.
If the snow is too deep, or if rain turns to ice, they will starve.
Every step is a calculation of energy. concrete hard snow.
To dig craters.
Burning calories.
Relentless march.
Finally, a shift. The horizon begins to bleed a deep purple, then a burning orange.
The return of the sun is a seismic event.
For the first time in months, shadows are cast.
The psychological grip of the dark is broken.
The temperature remains deadly, but the light brings a promise. The great sleep is ending.
A burning orange.
Seismic event.
Shadows are cast. The horizon begins to bleed.
As the sun climbs higher, the ice begins to weep.
Water flows once more.
The survivors of the gauntlet emerge, gaunt but alive.
They have endured the impossible.
They have outlasted the cold, the dark, and the hunger. Until the world turns again, they remain the undisputed masters of the frozen north.
The ice begins to weep.
Gaunt but alive. The survivors. Masters of the frozen north.